Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica Hazeman and this is my Sweet Bali girl. I am 40 weeks today, actually. Officially fully cooked and ready for baby boy to make his arrival. And today I wanted to talk about postpartum supplies. First time around went super well for me. I have a lot of favorite products that I'll be using again. And then I also have some new products I'm going to be trying this time around for that postpartum period. So I'm just going to take you through it and then I'll show you how I'm going to organize it at the end of this video, and hopefully that will help you. When I'm putting together my postpartum basket or cart, I'm actually using this big over-the-door organizer that you can see here. It's already filled with the supplies that I'm going to be using. And the reason I'm doing that is because a little basket just doesn't hold enough and I'm constantly having to restock it, which kind of defeats the purpose of having the basket there because I have to keep grabbing stuff, extra stuff to restock it. And I don't want anything low to the ground because my toddler will get to it. So this is nice because it keeps it up high. Generally, she's not really like digging her hands into it, and it has enough room for everything. So for the basket or the over-the-door organizer, or if you use a 3-tier cart, whatever method you choose, whatever method that you choose, I highly recommend only keeping the bathroom items in it. You don't need all of the extra medicine and things like that. Keep that by your bedside table or on your baby cart or in the bathroom on like the sink. It doesn't need to be in that like postpartum basket. I feel like the less you can keep in the basket, the better. So generally, I just keep things that are going to be taken care of down low in the basket so that I have access to those, and that's everything. One of the things that I have on hand are these Azuna Tea Tree oil cleaning wipes. They're a non-toxic wipe just for like a little bloody mess, need to wipe something up real quick. These are a great non-toxic option. And then I also have Force of Nature spray, which this is a certified, EPA certified disinfectant and sanitizer. Super, like you can spray it on your hands. It's so safe. It's just a mixture of water, salt, and electricity. And it's really cool. If you haven't heard about it, it's an absolutely amazing cleaner and I use it all the time, all over the place. And this is definitely one of those circumstances where you want to be able to quickly spray things down, disinfect, sanitize, keep things super clean so that you can heal properly. Another thing that I keep right on hand is this, which is a sitz bath. You put it right in the toilet, you fill it with warm water, and then you add in some herbal sitz. So, or herbal salts to the sitz bath. So I have these. I also have some homemade ones from my midwife herself, which I'm really excited about. These ones are just super simple to mix with the water. This one will have a little bit more prep. You have to boil it, basically make a tea, and then use that tea in the water. But either way, really excited for both of those. Another thing that I have in my cart is the Freedom Mom cold packs. Now these ones you can break and they are ice packs, become ice packs, which is really convenient because I spend most of my postpartum time in my bed, right? Like especially those first few days, maybe a couple of weeks, you're in bed a lot. I don't want to have to go downstairs to my refrigerator to get one of like the homemade ice packs, which I know a lot of people do. I just feel like the convenience of these is like so important, and I'm definitely going to be using more often. That being said, when I was in the hospital, I did use the cold packs that they brought me, but this time around we're having a home birth, so I was like, I definitely need my own ice packs. I can't really like take any extras from the hospital, but that's what I did last time. So if you are having a hospital birth, you might not even really need these. You could probably get away with just using what you have in the hospital and then maybe asking for a couple extra to bring home with you. But this time, since I'm having a home birth, I wanted to make sure that I was fully stocked with them. Moving on, the first few days, you're gonna definitely be wearing like diapers and disposable underwear, but eventually you're going to want some 100% organic cotton underwear, big, oversized, comfy underwear that you can fit a big pad into. So that was something that I definitely have included. Also a peri bottle. Again, when I went to the hospital, I used the peri bottle they had. I brought it home with me. You do not have to buy a peri bottle. It does totally fine on its own. But that being said, this time around, I didn't save the peri bottle from the first time around. I didn't know I was going to be having a home birth my second time. So I got one. This one's from the brand Lancino, and it's just kind of strategically created, so it's very easy to squirt the water gently to clean things down there. I also got some herbal postpartum spray from the same brand. I didn't use this last time around at all, but it is a good non-toxic spray, and as well as Tux cooling pads. So these I did use last time religiously. Like, I put 3 or 4 of these on every single time I went to the bathroom. I would change them out. Just such immediate relief, and I would say probably one of my number one recommendations for postpartum supplies. Moving down to the bottom, which is going to be the easiest to access if you're like thinking like, okay, I'm sitting on the toilet, what's right in front of me? This is what's right in front of me. So first up are these diapers. I have never used this brand before. They're actually from the brand Vita. They are natural, completely 100% organic cotton, not cruddy ingredients in here. So I'm hoping that they work really well because they are really well made and use really good ingredients. My first time around, I used what the hospital provided initially, and then I used Depends at home. And they worked. The Depends worked really, really well. They're super comfortable, but I just wanted to go with a more organic cotton diaper this time that was a little less toxic. Another thing that I grabbed this time around were the Freedom Mom disposable underwear, which have such a good reputation. I'm not sure, I never used these last time. I went straight from diapers to just big underwear and pads. But I'm excited to give these a shot and kind of compare what do I like better, a disposable diaper or disposable underwear or a diaper. I really liked the diapers, but I just think it's so easy. Okay, and then I also down at the bottom have some pads. So right off the bat, I'm just keeping the big overnight pads because that's what I'm going to be needing with like the heavy blood flow. And then eventually I'll switch to like a lighter one, but this is the brand that I went with, Grail. It's again completely organic cotton pads, not filled with harmful ingredients, which you can kind of tell. I've said it a bunch of times as I'm going through this, like 100% organic cotton, non-toxic products are so important in general. I really, really, really emphasize that in my life, trying to always choose a better option. But especially these postpartum supplies, you're applying things to a very sensitive area. You're wearing products on that very sensitive area that just went through a pretty traumatic experience. So making sure that you're using non-toxic products are really just a really good way to make sure that you're healing properly. But yeah, so that's everything that I'm keeping in my bathroom, in the toilet area for the postpartum period. Now there's a lot of other things that, I'm gonna have around the house. Some being the Earthly Skin Soothing Balm or Soothing Skin Balm. One of my favorite things in the world. I use it for everything. This will be what I use for like a nipple butter or if I need a little extra lotion down there, as well as Earth Mama, which is another amazing brand. Their nipple butter, but I don't need that in the toilet area. So I'm keeping that on my bedside cart, my baby cart. Another thing that I'm gonna be having on hand is this deep relief oil from Young Living. This has been a staple during my pregnancy. I've been rolling it on my back because it feels so good. So this is a really good natural pain relief. And speaking of pain relief, also having some arnica from Boiron on hand. I find it funny, and I still find it funny, that especially when I'm talking about, like, even to my midwife about giving an unmedicated birth or having an unmedicated birth at home, they'll be like, okay, but take Tylenol or take ibuprofen after you have the baby because the after pains are so bad. And I'm like, I'm gonna go through the whole process of having an unmedicated childbirth to me, I don't want to take any type of over-the-counter medication afterwards. So having a homeopathic option is important to me. But again, I don't need my medicine in the toilet area. So that's going to be by my bedside. I've also got some chapstick, some nasal strips to help open me up, get some good sleep and recovery. And those things are just in a little container on the baby cart right next to my bed, which I also put a lot of effort into creating. My second time, we used a baby cart the first time around, and it was like one of my most used products. So the second time I knew I needed to have a baby cart as well, that had some of my postpartum materials or supplies on it, my breastfeeding supplies, as well as baby supplies on there. So yeah, that's about it. Hopefully this helps you. I'm going to show you guys how I put it all together. You should be able to see it, you know, living in my bathroom, because this is going to be there for the next few weeks, hopefully, once baby boy makes his arrival. If you found this helpful, please give my video a thumbs up, subscribe. I'm going to be sharing so many parenting and new mom, just the real life of it, like what postpartum looks like, what life with a newborn looks like. I'm going to be sharing it all, so make sure to stay tuned for those new videos and subscribe so that you don't miss them. And congratulations if you are expecting. I'm so excited for you. Motherhood is the best thing that has ever happened to me.